G'day folks, Steve from Vintage Restorations Australia here. In today's episode we use a wet abrasive blaster to clean the paint off some of the body panels, and we continue on with the panel beating. So this is a high pressure water machine.
Yep.
How many PSI are we talking, John?
Almost 4,000. So claims 4,350.
We'll call it 5,000.
But yeah, I reckon it'll be less. But hey, we'll try.
We'll try.
We've got the Stu approved nozzle.
Thank you, Stu.
Duct tape it on.
I bought some garnet.
Nice.
It's expensive stuff and it's very heavy. 25 kilo bag feels heavier than 25 kilos.
So that's like a 2.50 pound bag for the US.
50 pound bag for our US viewers. $100 for 2 bags, so $50 a bag, $2 a kilo. So we're going to set this up here with a tarp so we can try and recover some of that and clean it up and reuse it.
And we're going to try it on an alloy panel.
We're going to try it on alloy panels. We've got these panels here. We're going to try and knock off that paint, see what happens.
Okay.
What's the worst that can happen?
You can get a gravel rash all over your arm.
Blow a hole in it, or take the paint off, or it'll do nothing.
Yeah.
They're the three options, I think. We've got lots of bits and pieces here to try, so we'll give it a go. That's today's activity.
I wonder if there's any fuel.
No. Not a drop. Step 1, put fuel in the machine. Step 2, start the machine. Sucking up stuff.
Yes. There's grit coming through.
Get closer.
Get a Richie?
Get closer. So there's the test. You can see it has taken the paint off quite well. Gives you a nice flat surface. So I don't actually think that's too bad. That'll probably smooth out all right. That kind of does what I thought it would do. It does rough the surface up a little bit, but cleans it up pretty well. That's going through 2 layers of paint, the original paint, actually 3 layers, the primer, the original paint, and then this paint over the top. You can see it's got a bit of a texture to it now from the garnet impacting it. We'll give it a bit of a rub down with these Scotch-Brites, see how it flattens out. It's the surface rub back. It's not a terrible surface to work with. You could either leave that and let it oxidise, clean it, put a clear coat on it, or prime it with an extra primer, and away you go, paint it. So you can see that's cleaned the panel up fairly well. Got pretty much most of the paint off, the 3 layers of paint. It's used a lot of garnet. we threw about a bag and a bit. So that's kind of expensive use of garnet. We're going to be able to recover all of this stuff. So it's not a oncer. Issue that we're having here is that the garnet's coming through this hose and it's coming out in great sort of blobs. So it kind of blasts it and then it wets it and then blasts it. It'd be better if we could get it consistent. So I'm thinking we're going to put some air pressure, put this into a pressured vessel to push it through consistently and see what a difference that makes. I picked up this neat little hammer at Vinnie's for $1. The ends are a little bit rat shit, so I'm just going to give them a clean up, and that'll be a great little panel hammer. A little bit of a clean up, ready to go. Got some aluminium. Here's the next panel beating challenge, the tub. It's not too bad, except for this little corner, which is half missing and pretty badly dinged up there. We'll pull some of this stuff off and get into, spiders, get into that corner. Yeah, she's pretty manky. This is the only tub we've got, because if you remember back to the start of this project, the other car had an apple crate sort of arrangement on the back, which was useless. So this is kind of what we're stuck with. A lot of people go to the trouble of drilling these rivets out. The easier way to do it is get an old chisel, knock the top off it. A sharp chisel would help, but it wouldn't help the chisel, so use an old shitty one. John wouldn't be too impressed if I got his good chisels out here. So that's got the gross shape back, so most of the shape is back in it. That was just with the wood and the rubber mallet. That kind of wraps it up. I'm out of time for this week, but that's good. That's got that repaired. We can probably repair that. I'll have a look around, see if I can find another skin for here, but if not, we'll be repairing this one. Especially now I've got that tonk out. So there you go, folks. Next week we'll be trying that pressurised vessel, see how we go with that. We're also going to try using dried sand, sieved sand instead of the garnet, to see if we can cheapen up the process. So tune in and check that out. If you haven't subscribed, please do. If you haven't hit like, please do, because the more likes we get, the more our videos get out, and the better it is for everyone. I guess that's it for the week, so take care of yourselves and look after each other, folks. See ya.
Paul, how do you actually spell WD-40?
I don't know.
Yeah,
How do you spell WD-40?
same way you spell BMW, I think.
Oh.